4:44. Yeah, you know, I'm pressing start streaming. Anyway, it's Thursday, August 19th at 4:43 p.m. And we are live from 2LaneLIVE. What's happening, boys? What are we talking about today? What are we doing?
We're talking about everything we got back from Sturgis. It's Thursday.
Whoa.
We're going to give you a toast, a two-handed fister toast here, and you got a toast. Boom.
This guy just went off
Boom.
on us, didn't he? It was pretty
Boom.
loud. So much energy.
We had a great time in Sturgis. We have these great epic drops. One dropped yesterday, and we got another one next week. I mean, it's just this stuff is changing. It's crazy. We're having a good time. We're with you guys. What's up?
Well,
Okay,
we got a
whatever,
little
man.
bit of a different view today. We got sitting in the corner. We got our beautiful fenders under the table, messing with some green lights. We got a new purple light behind there, just
Whoa.
screwing around, seeing
were
what's
you
going
going?
on, you know?
You just took off for a minute.
I did?
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
Did you start it in first?
Yeah.
Like Kenny's bike?
So I think in this drop today, this live today, we'll have some, maybe one or two really awesome drone shots that Gilbert shots, right?
Yep.
I mean, you got Big Springs, you got the noise, the seagulls, the bikes, the beauty of the springs. We're going to show you a couple things today that will hopefully, if you've not watched the video, you'll go back and watch the drop from yesterday because, man, there's some great footage in that thing. And it's at my family cabin, so I was pretty stoked about that for
Right.
part of it. Not all of it, but part of it.
It was a great time. The girls had fun. It just so awesome. I love riding on those little dirt roads with the pines around, and it just seemed like a cool course that we were on. You know,
Yeah, and I tried to share a little bit about the family history there, and I gave some props to my grandfather and his children on the Anderson side, and my grandmother on the Anderson side. But I forgot to really mention the Williams side, both my mom's side of the family.
You know, I was thinking about that when you did that.
They actually helped us, and we built the family cabin that we stayed in. So the original cabin was where Evan is.
Uh-huh.
They actually helped us, and we had a great time with the Williams family there, building that, and many years of fond memories after. So
But you mentioned your grandfather. His name was...
Lynn Anderson, but Leon Woodhouse Anderson, so it's Lynn Anderson.
How did you get the name Gay Lynn? There's
So
two
one
names there.
grandfather was Gail, and one was Lynn.
Gotcha.
And so they slammed them together, and hey, look, it's a boy named Sue kind of story, but
You heard it first here at 2LaneLIVE.
I was strong enough. I could protect myself.
Yes. no.
Ultimately, my buddies in high school would call me gay as a short, so it was fine.
You know.
Didn't hurt my feelings at all.
Turned out all right.
And I gave it to Justin as his middle name so that he could carry on the legacy of
Yep.
the two grandfathers.
Gay Lynn.
So it's Justin Galen Anderson.
Perfect. Well, you
Yeah.
know, when I was growing up, as a young kid, I did not like the name Lance
Why?
because it wasn't Paul, David, John, like, you know, guys' names.
But
Dave.
Lance Camper.
But whatever. When I was younger, I was like, I'm not into it. But as I grew older, I said, you know, I like it because it's different. So,
mine's
you know,
definitely different.
Now there's three of us. Lance,
Yeah.
Little Lance, and Micro Lance.
Well, there's George, who should be
Micro
Lance.
Right, right.
But anyway, George was here today doing some orders and stuff. Yesterday he was here. Josh boxed him out. threw
Yeah,
him
he,
into the racks. And
He almost broke a hip on that
broke
one.
his hip on.
Unfortunately.
You got to be careful with that action,
I
man.
know.
So yeah, that they actually named Micro Lance George.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
right. Oh, that right.
Yeah. So
So the legacy continues. We had some bankers over here today from Union Bank
yeah.
talking to us, and it was kind of funny. We gave them the story of how your dad was here,
Right.
your mom was here today, Laura, Lance, Courtney, the whole family.
Right.
Stella was here. I mean, at any given time, there could be 5-10 Corys sitting around here.
Right. Crazy
Family. It's great.
Yeah, buddy.
What do you got going over there?
Well, let's see. We got people in the house. We got Ty CVO Glad.
Yo.
Where was it? I missed it. How the hell are you, fellas? How the hell are you?
How the
Good,
hell are
good,
ya?
good.
We got Jose in the house, Rogue Glider 9. He just saw you guys on the Hog magazine.
Nice.
Thank you.
And he
Yeah.
also said, gay, LOL. Nah. What a beautiful cabin and surroundings. Larry's super stoked on that, so we'll show you guys some shots in just a few.
Yeah, for sure.
Road Glider says, Josh, pour some Santo Mezquila and let's rock. We don't have any of that, but if you want to send a bottle, you know.
We got a few more patches on our wall. We got more coming. Did I interrupt you? You were going to say?
No, I was just going to keep reading a few comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to say, Tom says, my parents named me Tom. No imagination, I guess. Benjamin.
Not even Thomas.
Not even Thomas.
I mean,
Benjamin says, Galen, what happened to the beard? Did it fall off?
yes. Freak accident.
Yes.
Breaking news.
Yes.
It'll be back.
For sure. So what were you saying about patches?
We got some more, and we got another guy that's mailed us out some patches, and he has a highway patch that's a rare motor patch. And he says he goes, will you put it somewhere nice because they're hard to come by.
Well, you know, I guess we've been talking about patches for quite a while, but there were a couple guys. He was one of them that got the live on Tuesday from Instagram, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
He was like, I want to send you guys something. I had a guy, Michael from he's Washington. I can't remember the town. He called today and he wants to send a bunch of patches. I mean, if you look at the vlog that we did, just happened to ask a couple sheriffs in Jackson Hole if they had any patches, told them what we do and how much we support the men and women of armed services, of our police and fire, and they said go down to the station, and lo and behold, the police station and the sheriff's station were right next to each other.
Right.
So we got a 2-for-1er there.
Well, the town wasn't that big, and they had a nice building sitting right there. We got out of jail that morning.
Got out of jail.
Sure did.
If you look in the side of the screen there, you will see our patches. You see a little bit of a section of them as well.
Right.
We're trying to fill the other side.
So similarly, we were in Sturgis, and a couple of the guys that were up on Main Street where they're blocking, I walked up and asked him, and the guy was a little standoffish at first, and he said, no, I don't have any patches. Then I said, well, here's what we do, and here's how we support. And he's like, well, let me see. And he pulls out a patch from Kaysville, Utah. We had another patch from there in South Dakota given as well.
They actually carry them to trade off.
They do, in Sturgis.
Yeah.
Todd Friedrich sent us a patch.
I mean,
it's just, we got so much support around that.
I don't know if you know, or most of you might know, some of you may not know, but a lot of the police that come into Sturgis are from all over the country.
Yeah, they have to.
They bring the police in. They bring the dancers in. They bring the cooks in.
Even the bartenders and all them are. There's a lot of
seasonal
contract companies and this and that, and they make sure it works.
In fact,
that's for sure.
We were at the bike rally in Wendover. This was years ago when they had the rally there, and went to Sturgis that same year. And we saw the same girls, and we're like, hey, it was interesting. But
wait, you're talking about we were in Laughlin at the river.
Yeah.
You said Wendover.
Oh, Laughlin.
I'm by Wendover.
Yeah, I'm thinking. But speaking of men and women that serve, we do have these camp mugs. We do have these tumblers. We have ceramic coffee mugs. We are putting proceeds towards the cancer organization for the firefighters. So they're on the website. If you get a chance and you want to help donate some proceeds towards the cancer organization, it'd be great for you to help us with that. It'd be awesome.
Yes, sir. So you mentioned the patches. That was Jackson. We had a great morning. Where we go from there?
Well, Jackson, we went to. We actually ate in Last Chance. We had a great meal there. You'll see that in the drop. You'll see this beautiful burger. You'll see his BLT. Josh had some weird kind of wrap thing that was awesome.
A Wagyu steak.
Yeah.
Philly cheesesteak. It was insane.
Crazy.
So good I forgot to take a video of it for the vlog, but it's all good,
And then we ran up to the cabin and checked in there and made sure everything was cool. Met my cousin, and then we took off and went over to Big Springs.
What a ride that was. And it was great because it was the golden hours, the end of the day.
Oh, I love that.
We got to see some cool stuff. A lot of seagulls,
Yep.
Maybe you could put that up now.
Yeah, let's show them a little something.
We'll put it up a little later as we get more people on, too.
Yeah, let's put that up.
So check this out.
There's some cool audio, so we'll let them listen to that and enjoy, people.
Crank it, Jerry.
Why is that not playing? Where's Jerry?
I was in the movie
Shrinking Viper?
with Charlie Sheen when he was the Indian pitcher.
Oh,
and he was walking out.
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
going to play a wild thing, and she was in the booth, and she said, "Crank it, Jerry," and put
Yeah.
that song in.
Okay, let's see how this works. There we go.
Look at that. That's Island Park. That's a dirt road coming in, and that's
This is the
that's
backyard view that was caught by one and only Gilbert.
yes, that's the. And look at the glass on the lake. It's just the clouds were shining. Capture a boat.
there I am.
Yeah.
Skirt.
And if you guys listen to the audio-only podcast, which we will talk about next, tune in to our Yellowstone Run
Look at
episode 4 to see all these drone shots live.
Yeah, I mean, check that out. And I got to tell you, it's that way so many times, so many days of the year. Unless there's like heavy wind, which it doesn't happen that often at night,
Right,
it
right.
just is glass. And first thing in the morning, that lake is so great to water ski on. And we're kind of on the channel. There's it's a wide channel, but it opens up in two different directions. One towards the dam, and then one as you come out of that channel down to the south or to the north of the property. So just an incredible reservoir. And grew up skiing on that and having a great time boating. Memories, man.
So yeah, if you didn't check it out, go check out that vlog from yesterday. It's on YouTube, and it is awesome.
Well, and I was super stoked. I don't think it made the cut.
Did you just say you were stupid?
But no, I said stupid.
Joe
You're
Stupid?
stupid.
What?
But I don't think it made the cut. I'd mentioned around the fire that night. I was just really happy to have you guys. You've
sure.
been there, but have you guys kind of check that out and have the girls there. I really wanted Laura to see it.
Yeah, Teresa's been there several times,
Yeah.
so it was definitely a good time. Definitely a good time. And then we left there and headed to Jackson.
Jackson.
Did you
come
say
on.
Jackson?
Headed to Yellowstone, which was just fantastic.
Insane.
I mean, green, and everything's green. I mean, I just read today that most of Arizona, 90% of it is out of the drought. They've been getting so much rain, so the desert's green.
It's been monsoonal over there.
Yeah.
And today, I know Utah's just getting dumped on.
Yeah.
We need that stuff.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of it was kind of a weird, misty stuff going on, right?
Yeah, and
Yesterday.
it's interesting. At the end of next week, we're going to go to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. We've
Yeah.
never been there, so we will be checking out Jacobs Lake and the North Rim of the Grand Canyon, somewhere we've never been. We've been through and by and around and not actually.
Yeah, and I was reading some history on the Jacobs Lake today, the actual inn that we're staying at, and this is a family that got this place, and they had Wild Bill Cody. They brought people over to maybe create a hunting reserve. That didn't work out at the end of the day. Then they kind of paved their way to the North Rim.
Yeah.
So they got a 2-lane road, and they were building the road as they were going.
Well, I can't wait to ride on it.
So it's pretty cool. And then they ended up, they were selling gas out of the back of their truck in a 50-gallon barrel drum. And they said if they could sell 1 barrel a day, they were doing pretty well.
Wow.
And then they built this little store and a little inn. And
I wonder if that has anything to do with Jacob's Chair out over by the Hind
I don't know.
hike crossing.
Maybe Jacobs everywhere.
I mean, it could be in that area because it's over by
It's not too far away.
on the way or right
Yeah.
around that bridge. Interesting.
I'm stoked for that. I
Yeah.
can't wait to check it out.
So,
What'd you say? It's 1,000 feet higher?
The
Than this,
North Rim is 1,000 feet higher than the South, and it'll have a whole different view. It'll be.
did we go to
cool.
the south? Is that where we went?
We always go to the South
Okay.
Rim. We've been to the West Rim
We took,
and the
we
East
took
Rim.
the Dom and Lance to the West Rim.
Yes.
That south rim was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
We were ripping through there. I think it was it 35, 40 degrees? I mean, there was snow still.
Yeah.
It was pretty dang cold, but you get off and there was no one there.
Yeah.
And I just see Galen saying, come on. Walk up to the edge. And I walk up to the edge and it's just mind blowing. It's quiet out there. It's peaceful. And you're just seeing these structures that are unimaginably huge,
It's
Pretty
really
awesome.
a fantastic place.
I got diverted for a minute. I saw a squirrel.
I do it
I'm
all the
looking
time.
at my fender. We posted some pictures. Brian Clock from Clockworks. We rolled up to his place at HD Harley Davidson Black Hills, and we threw on a slicer fender. Lance is getting his level fender coming here shortly.
And that thing
Really?
was
But
purdy.
it was pretty damn cool to see that in action, and Brian actually wrenching on the bike.
Yeah.
We had so many people we were talking to. I felt bad because
Yeah.
Right.
it was him
Yes.
doing it. So you got a few more comments there. It looks like.
Yeah, we got some comments going. I just realized we were talking about the patches, and I forgot to show the people the patch snippet, which is just a few seconds.
Look
So
at
we'll
this.
kind of show them the inside of
There you
that.
Look, there's an LA County
See,
Sheriff.
That's
Watch
yeah,
SWAT.
that's at the
Dallas
sheriff's
SWAT.
station.
Wow.
That was
A
pretty
lot
cool.
of
I mean,
patches
just
here.
had
They have us
walls
beat,
and
but
walls,
our
and they
patch
said it
wall
kept
is
going down the
growing.
hallway. It was
Yeah.
pretty awesome. So
Can't
yeah, we
wait till
got
ours looks like that.
some comments going. Let's see. We got Barber CVO 19 in the building. How many miles do you guys put a year on the bikes? I do 20K.
It
We're
could be anywhere.
Probably 40,
Yeah.
40 to 50.
Because my bike is about 10 months old, and I've done a little over 30. But I had a couple periods of no riding, so
But we also had media bikes.
true. We did
so
spend
we
some
did some
time.
miles on that too.
Yeah.
And APOC82 says, Barber, I watch you, John, and Sandy on your channels as well. How's it going? So it sounds like Barber CVO19 has a YouTube channel.
Nice.
You guys check him out. Quick shout out.
What's the channel name? Is it under that?
Guess.
Barber, let us know.
Yeah, Barber, let us know. We'll pin that comment for a few minutes.
Yep.
Duck Lou says, next stop, Walla Walla, Washington.
Ooh,
We've
get
been.
that
Yeah.
sweet onion. I'm
Love it.
telling you.
Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Where are we going? Ty CBO Guide. Lance, did you get your Clockworks fender put on your bike? Let's see it.
I did not get it yet. It has not arrived. This is Galen's stock fender that arrived today.
Right.
I
I think
don't-
yours is right behind it. We saw it in paint when we left, so we'll have to just check.
It's almost there.
Mine
for sure.
was done by the Fairing Exchange. They did a phenomenal job on the
Exchange.
paint.
Does the fairing exchange have fairing for you? Or do you know,
For me?
Yeah, do they make fairings like that?
I'll have to check it out. But my fairing, I actually talked to him. I should have that, or should be available in about 10 days.
Ooh.
So I'm going to get
What are
the
you
fairing.
talking about?
I'm getting an FXRT fairing and lowers. I'm getting audio lowers, which I'm probably not going to put speakers in, but 3D print some doors so I have storage for gear and stuff on the road, whether it be a GoPro or whatever. So I'm super stoked for that. I'm really not sure what bike that's going to go on. If I pull the trigger on a bagger and put that on the front end, or just keep the Softail, which I'm kind of leaning in that direction. But if anyone wants to buy a 2019 Stage 4 Softail, let me know.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't know if you watch all of the Instagrams, but Josh last week when we got back put up the his bike for sale. So if you know anyone that's interested in a rebuilt 14,000 miles on the new engine.
Yeah, so it was
Roughly.
a factory rebuild with the Stage 4. Thing's a screamer. Never had any issues with it, obviously, because it takes us all over the country. But I think I got almost 31,000 miles on the chassis. But after a factory warranted rebuild, there is about 14K on the motor.
Yep. So
And,
in good shape.
It's going to be hard to let her go. If I
Plus
do,
it's
we'll
seen
see.
the country, so it'll sniff out places for you.
It'll sniff out places, and it's got some stories to tell you.
Right, right.
Anyway, what's up next? We got Benjamin Nye. My Goozy girl and I just made it to Moab and back from Dallas. We were inspired by
Nice.
you three and had a blast. Thanks for the inspiration, fellas.
Awesome.
Thank you. That inspires us.
Yeah.
What type of Goozies are you guys on? We'll see. Tom Montag, retired Azusa PD, 25 years. Thanks for your support.
All
Thanks
right.
for your
Thank you,
support.
Tom.
and
Send a
your-
patch.
And thanks for your service,
Yes,
Tom.
sir. Lucy, 2011, my favorite place in the world. Asked my wife to marry me on top of Two Top. Winter there is the best.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's
I
awesome.
love winter riding. Winter riding is some of my favorite riding because I love seeing the changes in the weather as you're going.
Is Two Top a spot at one of the rims of the Grand Canyon, or
That I do not know.
okay? I'm guessing that's what he's talking about.
Or it could be Moab.
Yeah. Oh, could be. Moab was
Yeah.
that Utah trip was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It was one of the first ones that we got out, and I saw some stuff, and we hung out in the town,
Yeah.
and just those rock structures were insane. The off-roading. Once
And
again, if you guys
Justin's
haven't
helping
seen
us
that,
out.
yep. Also, real quick, I'll touch on that. I mentioned for people listening and not watching, we are actually recording this, which is
Yes.
a first. We're recording the audio only, kind of as a little test run for our upcoming podcast. And we're going to start doing some really fun stuff with that, so you guys stay tuned. Figure if you guys want to listen while you're driving or doing whatever, we'll have guests, we'll have questions, and it'll be a little more structured, but we'll still be having fun doing our thing and drinking coldies.
Yes.
Let's see.
So, yeah, North Rim, and then a few weeks after that, we're heading to Maine, hopefully.
I don't want to ride anymore for the year.
So we need a replacement for Galen. Is anyone out there looking for work?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
There's no pay involved. It's
In fact, you might have to go out of pocket,
Yeah.
but it's all right. We can hang
And
out.
you need to man the store. No, I'm super stoked. We're having a discussion with the group right now, and we'll find out hopefully in the next few days what's taking place. But I mean, we're talking Milwaukee to Maine, you know,
Right.
and so hit up in Milwaukee as the kind of the first day, and cruise across the lake there over to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Stay north, head into Niagara. We had a couple people already saying, "Hey, when you get to Niagara, look us up. It's maybe you don't want to stay there, but we can talk to you about restaurants. You got to do the falls."
I'm going to do the falls in my kayak.
Yeah, and then I think you know, we'll work our way down to Hartford. I don't know if you guys have been, but I'd like to take you. I don't think you have, to Newport, Rhode Island.
Nope.
I'm telling you, we talked about this the other day. The calamari. I'm not a big fish guy, but the calamari they serve there, and they have it with these peppers. It's just incredible.
Is that where Jim Carrey put the cow out of its misery?
I think so.
He was on a street glide.
Yeah. And then I think we're going to run up through Rhode Island, Boston, and end up maybe in Lubbock, Maine. I know we're going to take the one, so it's going to be more coastal.
Yeah.
We've had some people offer some different destinations in Maine, so if we've got a day or two there, maybe we can get up into some of the loops that are not necessarily coastal.
Yeah.
Canapagas Highway, something like that. We'll have to look that up.
The Jabroni Highway.
Jabroni?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Canapagas,
Well,
Canamelgas.
I have good news for you boys. Something's going to work out because Tyrone, Ty CBO Glide, a.k.a. how many names? I can sub for Galen. I have his helmet. I'm always looking for work. So he's already got the helmet. It's all good, you know?
Boom!
I love it.
And also some more good news. Tom says, next time you pass through Prescott, beer's on me at the Palace Saloon. And yes, I have Azusa patches to give.
Oh, you're in.
Beer's on me.
We
We're
may have to
friends.
do a winter run because
Oh.
we want to go down to, we miss Mount Lemon. So we want to do something. We may get down there November-ish.
Yeah.
And, you know, we always
be
like to
great.
get through Prescott once a year in the
Press
winter.
what?
Prescott.
Press
I
where?
said Prescott.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you didn't.
said
We have
Prescott.
proof.
I kind of burped and it came out wrong. Prescott.
If you want to scoot that mic to the right just a few inches. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it sounds great. Perfect.
Why? What's
All right.
happening?
Well, because you turned to the right, so he's talking to you to the left. It's a little more clear.
Yes.
I probably sound the best.
So, yeah.
'cause I
We
can,
like to
you
be
know.
in Prescott. We like to be there when you come out in the morning and there's frost and snow.
Watch this.
That's good.
Wow.
Very good. So
Oh, it didn't do it. It's
we
been
will
bubbling
come and hang
a
out at the
couple times.
bar. I mean, we heard that they pulled that bar out into the street and kept drinking when the whole town burned down.
Yeah. How about that? The Cowboys
Yeah.
just said, no, we're going to watch it burn.
Yeah, let's just pull the whole bar out and
But
So,
we
yeah.
love the Palace.
yeah. We stay there every time.
Hell yeah.
Breakfast, everything.
Ty CBO Glide asks, what bike is the red fender off? That's off of Lance's 75K-er.
Yeah, that's off the 2018 Road Glide Special. Because I had the fender replacement put on that. So
We just felt like we needed more
Yep.
stuff in the studio.
Well,
I'm just trying to cram
we
more
just like to-
wires, more stuff.
we like the color. You know,
Yep.
there's color happening. We want you to feel like you're in like this really cool garage with us.
Let's see. Pappy says, my wife and I are heading to Moab next spring. Thank you guys for the great video.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Yo, jeez, what's happening? Oh, wow. All right. Anyway,
we're super stoked you and your wife loved the video. You know, it was kind of interesting when we were in Sturgis and all the people that we met. We had a ton of couples.
We have
You
socks
know.
for sale.
Yes, we do. We had a ton of couples come up and talk about how, you know, they were inspired to ride with some of the riding videos they saw with Teresa and Laura. So that was really kind of cool to see and hear.
It was
Yeah.
great to see. It was fantastic
Yeah,
to
for
cross
sure.
the country and meet people that watch our show. It's great.
Speaking of which, Aaron Rios, it was awesome to meet the three of you in Sturgis at the Clockworks tent. Highlight of our trip.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Aaron.
Man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
And then Benjamin was saying she rides a new V85 TT Moto Guzzi, and I'm on a 2006 BMW RT 1200, 135,000 miles, no motor rebuild yet.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's
right.
why you buy a BMW.
Yeah.
Lasts you a lifetime. Wow, we get another. Oh, I thought we had another sub. Anyway, what were you talking about, Al, before I
I don't know.
you
You
know,
got any other cool
interrupted
clips?
you? Yeah, I got some cool clips.
What's that right there? That
this
one?
guy?
No, the one above.
Hey guys, have a great weekend. Thank you,
Oh.
Flavio.
All
HD
right.
Street Glide Special.
What's
You
the one
as
below?
well. Lucy 2011. Two Top is a famous trail in Island Park, Idaho. Sorry for not clarifying.
Don't know
Can
that.
be done.
Whoa.
Can be done in summer, but best in winter on snow machines. That sounds badass.
Yeah.
And you know people know snow machines when they call them snow machines.
Yes,
Right.
Because
I,
some people call them snowmobiles. So,
us
but
Californians.
snow machine is the. So I don't know where Two Top is. I'd love to. You can DM me. I'll look it up. Maybe I've been there, just didn't know the actual place.
So I posted a reel probably yesterday or something. It was a reel of just Island Park, some cool drone shots, and someone commented, "Hey, I moved here like a month ago, and
Right.
I'm never leaving." Like
Right.
that was. I don't blame you because it's beautiful out there.
Was that my cousin?
You know what? Could have been. I didn't see.
Because he ended up moving. They're in just outside of Blackfoot, Idaho, Pingree,
Okay.
and so
Which-
that's a little south.
The kid, the video guy.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
and then he ended up moving up to Island Park
Uh-huh.
and decided he was going to start his kind of creative career with the drone and stuff.
Yep.
So
That's a great place to do it.
it's a great place to do it.
Yes.
Pappy also says, "My wife loves you guys and wants to couples ride with you and your wives.
Aha.
Triple date."
Whoa.
Triple date.
Steve Herod, studio looks good, guys. Thank you,
Thank you,
Steve.
Steve.
We're working on it. We're if I didn't lose this capture card for streaming, we would have two and could start using two cameras while we stream. But unfortunately, I believe I left it in Sturgis.
So it's not at the house.
It was not at the house.
And it's
At my
not your
house?
bike?
No, it's Sturgis.
Maybe it's.
It's got to be somewhere.
I don't know.
We
I'll
picked up
hopefully, I
pretty
find
well
it somewhere.
Maybe you have a tapeworm and you'll find out it's actually
Yeah,
the cord.
It's in my kangaroo
Just the
pouch.
cord.
Whoa. Aloha from Kauai. Love the videos. Heading out in October. Thank
Awesome.
you, C. Reiko.
I love Kauai. We have a place there, Poipu. We love that. Love that place.
Poipu. Yeah, buddy. Dallas Face Mullet. Okay, I'm here. Time for 2 beers.
There
Yes.
you
Cheers to
go.
that. Russell Teague. Y'all should do a trip to the Smoky Mountains.
We're going to try and get there. Maybe 2022, though.
Might end up being.
And then we got. Do you have any family from New Zealand, Galen?
No, but
All right. Well, this guy named Mark Anderson says, "My wife and I are from Opiki, New Zealand. We're thoroughly enjoying this current series as we rented a Triumph Trophy from Las Vegas in 2017 and came up the Tetons on our way to Rapid City.
Awesome.
That's
Awesome.
badass. That's a good
Yeah.
time. I've heard just so many great stories of some of our fan base and friends in Australia about coming out here, renting bikes, and just riding for weeks on end or whatever it may be.
Australia, New Zealand.
They love
but
it.
I did play rugby, and
All
our
right.
coach was a Mormon missionary that went to New Zealand and saw the game being played, studied the game, and came back and started a club
Yep.
for high schoolers. And it was one of the first clubs around. There were no other high schoolers playing in Utah, so we had to go play against the college, every university. And we would beat the snot out of them because they would get drunk. And we were young high school kids that could run like the wind.
Right.
Haven't started drinking too heavily
Inside
yet.
center
so,
right here.
You know.
Right.
Well, we got a cool snip. I forget which one this was, but we'll show them this real quick, and then we'll, just keep on keeping on doing the damn thing. What is that?
You can see Will Donaldson. I mean, it was just epic. And then that drone shot and, that Gilbert shot.
Shot. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Let's see. What was it? Rhode Island Redneck said, "Can't wait to get the Thrash and vest I ordered." Do you mean this one?
They are really good vests. I never was a vest wearer, and I used to.
And did Rhode Island get that from us?
I believe maybe he bought it from Thrashing, but if he got it from us, then
I actually like wearing them now.
Yeah, it's funny. I was never a vest guy.
You just like it because Thrashing's on it.
Well, kind of.
No, I have the blacked out one.
I know.
With a 2-lane life on it.
Yeah.
So it's more.
I mean, you were total no vest.
Yes, and so were you.
I'll tell you one thing: a vest and a hoodie.
And I was total no vest. I'm not wearing one, but once I put it on, the sense of security, it felt like, I don't know, I just like it.
No, he thinks he's a badass outlaw biker now. Now it compliments the knife.
No. It has nothing to do with
that. He did
that.
get it from us, so good on you. He got the vest from us anyway.
Awesome.
But
thank you.
Same deal. I was never once in my life did I wear a vest until they came out with them. I figured I'd give it a shot. Now it's like
there's something about them.
You're getting
cover.
Like the vest and the hoodie. One, you're getting cover, and I saw someone go down in a protective flannel a few months ago, and it had the pads and this and that, but the flannel kind of flops around. So when he fell, his whole lower back was just completely road rash. But with these, they're kind of hugging you. It zips down low. They're nice and tight. They feel secure, and you're going to protect some skin on that one.
Yeah.
And
well, unfortunately, we witnessed that on our trip to Sturgis.
We did, yeah.
And the young man that went down was wearing a vest.
Yep.
Shirt wasn't even torn. I don't know what he had on the sleeves because
I think
they were just.
I think it was just a T-shirt.
I think just a T-shirt, no sleeves.
He was black sleeved.
Really?
Because I thought he looked really good on that bike with that.
Then he had the heat sleeves.
He must have the heat sleeves.
When I saw him, he didn't have a scratch on his arms or anything. So who knows? Not that the sleeves.
But I got to tell you, that
but
vest protected him.
Yep.
But he didn't tumble across the ground.
Yeah.
No.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
But he's okay.
He's okay, and we love him.
He's all good. Let's see what else we got here.
And we should have known Rhode Island Redneck bought the. Just had to bust some chops a little.
Yeah, buddy. So Dallas Face Mullet says 2 Beers has a beautiful scorched orange Road Glide just like mine. I'm a fan.
There you go.
It's funny when the Clockworks box showed up today, and I was looking at this fender right here, the stock one. Even still, I'm like that paint job is just killer.
No, they just knocked it out of the park.
And on that Clockworks fender, it looks even better. Can't wait to.
Well, I didn't realize. I mean, there's some bend and flex in these fenders, and Brian was talking to us about the reality that these his fenders with the 14 gauge steel or what, they almost act like a fork.
They do act like a fork brace.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting behind the camera recording as he was doing that spot on showing how flexy the stock fenders were. And I had to look up from the viewfinder, like, holy shit! Like that dude bends, and then you look at the stock one; it's just rigid, or not the stock, the Clockworks, and just rigid as hell.
So speaking of you filming that, I mean, I think what's going to happen here is we've got maybe 2 to 3 more drops of Yellowstone, and we'll finish the trip. We're kind of messing around with, do we drop a Sturgis trip? Let us know what you guys think about, because we've got some epic footage. From the Sturgis that we have not put in a can yet. It's still sitting in the raw form. And
so are you saying...
saying, so why don't you tell us what you guys think out there? Like, there's 53 watching right now. If we got a few comments around, do we finish the Yellowstone series, which there's some great stuff.
So
do we do a mashup with Sturgis in between?
Anyway, like I was saying, speaking of footage, I hear a little bit of footage going on over here. These mics are very sensitive, but yeah, that's our dilemma. Is we're not done with the Yellowstone series yet. There's so much rad stuff going on there, but we just got back from Sturgis. There's some Sturgis videos popping up on YouTube. We want to kind of, I don't want to say get a piece of the pie, but get it on there while people are still looking for it. Share it with you guys while you're still stoked on Sturgis. So, do we finish the series?
Choppy?
What would you like to see?
Because one option is to still post the ride through Yellowstone, which is going to be one of our best.
Well, we're going to do that anyway next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's the one after that we show Mesa Falls and we get into the city.
Yeah.
We have dinner with the ladies.
Yeah.
Then the last one is us going from Salt Lake to Bishop.
There's 2 more after that.
Right.
Yeah.
So just give us some feedback. I mean, we're interested.
So
we've got a little time to figure it out, but do we drop a mashup?
Would it bum you out if we
rotate a couple in between?
If we
every other week?
We can't. We can't do 2 a week. We don't have. There's too much going on to get 2 a week done.
Me and Lance had a conversation about an hour ago about cloning myself.
I thought you've already done that.
Watch your head. Watch your headband.
Let's see what they're saying, because I think we're getting some comments.
Anyway, how do you guys feel about potentially like going back and forth on some of these series videos? You're going to see them anyway, but we might be switching them up. Who knows? Let's see. First off, Thai CVO Glide. Those were some cool drone shots, Josh. The wife and I watched it in 4K on the 85-inch Sony.
Ooh, whoa.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, we showed the bankers that came in today. I showed them the video from a file. So it's so much more clear than when even I watch it on my computer on YouTube plugged into Ethernet. I mean, YouTube just tends to get a little grainy just because they're streaming it and it's 4K. But who knows? Anyway, badass. Big screen boy. Big Al Monet, or he's told me how to say this so many times.
I just Big Al
Monet. Finish Yellowstone. So we got to vote for that. Dallas Mullet says, I would love a nice slow motion walk around of the bikes telling us about any and all upgrades. We actually filmed a very detailed video on that,
which will come
2.5 months ago.
It'll be at the end of the year.
It just hasn't gotten out yet because we are on a bottleneck for time.
We're going to give you that one for Christmas.
Yep. And then Shannon Nielsen says he wants to see Sturgis. C. Rayco says finish strong, so I'm guessing he wants to finish Yellowstone. And then Franklin Dominguez says, are you still working the behind the scenes or funny bloopers? The issue with that is I kind of have to flag those as I'm editing and put them in a folder. Otherwise, going back through 700 videos per episode to find that one little section of one video for a blooper.
Plus, those bloopers are probably going to be more Patreon.
Yeah, you might have to pay for those because that's not something that YouTube would allow.
So what we do is we do these 20-minute to 30-minute, really involved videos. So we could do 2 a week if we were doing 10-minute
clickbaits.
Little clickbait, ride around the block, fun little things. You could really get a bunch of them out. But
we're not calling people out. But
I wasn't talking about what we're doing.
You say your bike fell on you and you get halfway through the video or through the whole video and a bicycle fell over somewhere.
In the back
not
of
even
the
in
shot.
the video.
Like, not to bag on people. We love everyone that's doing their job.
But not even going there, just saying there's so much involved. No, are so much involved in the production, the filming, get things edited, the layers, that it's changed so much that we can't. If we need 2 editors sitting in here if we're going to do 2 a week.
If I could edit a video in 8 or 10 hours, we could put out 4 episodes a week.
But we can't do that.
It takes a lot more time for
that's not what our plan is. So
no, we want to bring you the real crisp traveling vibe where you guys say, that was bitchin', I loved watching that. I'm going to go ride.
And I felt like I was there with you.
Right.
I mean, that's the vibe.
We want something where we can make it so that people are doing it like Ty. Sit down, put it on the big screen, enjoy it,
and get some epicness.
Hang out and just get some epicness and some inspiration.
I was thinking about this today. In the old days, when I was a kid, my dad had like a Super 8.
Yep.
We had cameras and you'd use slideshows. This is chronicling a piece of history for all of us.
Right.
That will be there forever, and we can look back on it, and you can show. I mean, your grandson Lance Jr. Micro
Lance
every morning watches us.
Yeah, he watches.
He has to watch every morning, and it's kind of crazy.
Well, the cool thing is, and I've said this before, when we're dead and gone, someone somewhere will find 2Lane
Yep.
Life on YouTube.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The only reason I ever got into playing around with cameras was bringing a GoPro or taking videos on a phone or whatever of a camping trip or a group trip or any vacation or
Right.
whatever, just so that I could make a little video, put a couple clips together, and watch it whenever I want to, because you get that same feeling reliving it through watching it as you did when you were there.
Well, I'm going to have to take you through a slideshow sometime because you don't get that same feeling.
Well,
So,
and Bernie Blaylock, after 17 hours of watching his film, and it's this king, it was fun for like the first 10 or 15 minutes, and you're like,
well, should we start filming with Super 8s?
Yeah.
well,
It'll
I
take
filmed
nine months
as
to
a
get a
kid.
video out.
We made little goofy movies with Super 8s, and then we graduated to the VHS, where you carried a
box.
VCR on a strap
Yeah.
with this big camera. Can you imagine being on the bikes with that?
So let's take actually, I already know the results of this vote. I was going to say let's take another vote because remember we had that conversation about building an actual film bike with a mount, have the Sony filming
Yes.
on a gimbal with a robotic arm and
that's why you're
screens and
getting
this
the
and that.
fairing.
That's why I'm getting the fairing. But do I do that? I think the bagger would handle that more. So if each of you would just Venmo me a couple $100,
Yeah.
I can buy a bagger brand new. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going back and forth.
Maybe
I would
we
love
should
to
do
keep
the
the
poker
Softail.
chip,
right?
raffle thing.
You want a bagger.
I
You
want a
need
bagger.
You'll settle with your Softail, but you do want a bagger.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I do.
What do we got going? It looks like you had a bunch
Yeah,
of.
we got some comments. So Ty CVO Glad saying, finish Yellowstone, but do it in one long video, then start Sturgis because I want to see a Sturgis deal. We'll have an hour and a half video, and I will only have to stay up for 9 days straight to edit it, but at least we'll have an hour-long video.
Right.
Dallas Face Mullet, I received the Enthusiast in the mail with you guys in it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Donovan and Leia Kadara, what model of the Clockworks Hugger fender did y'all get?
Galen got the Slicer, and I got the Level.
You're getting
Yeah.
the level. Yeah, so this was pretty cool.
The Enthusiast, yo.
You can't see it too much.
No,
I'm
you can
too
see
lazy
it.
to
I can
get up
see it.
and I got my dog clear and the fat guy no. But this, what was really cool is Kirpius took pictures of our patch wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
it's
watched
like,
him.
hey,
Our map
right.
and our patch
That
wall.
was real because we had that when the studio was over here.
Because he's a time traveler as well.
Did you
He
have you
is.
seen his recent posts?
Yeah,
I mean, he went down on that chopper.
No way.
but he saved it
He saved it. He wasn't hurt. He
Let me
blew a
look that
tire
at 80 miles an hour.
at 80 and he pinned it to get out of the way of the traffic.
He wrecked his rim, but he hammered it. Ding.
He took
ding.
a hammer out of the front.
Oh. Wait, is there a picture of it?
It's in his story, so I don't know if
yeah.
it's still up.
No, I'm
No,
watching,
it's-
I'm watching.
but it was so fun hanging out with him. He's just one of the throwback. He's only like 40-ish, and
he's
he's a total throwback chopper dude.
he does a lot of photography with Harley Davidson Corporate. He also was one of the guys involved and in the 21 Days Under the Sky.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was.
That was an incredible documentary.
So
movie,
it's
whatever you
choppers.
wanna
He's
call
very big in. He's a great
Yep.
rider, but he's very big,
I mean,
big
in that
into
movie,
choppers.
they were on the salt flats,
Yeah.
Yep.
and they were pushing
was-
a dude and going through water,
Yep.
and I'm
Yeah.
going, because I grew up there. We rode dirt bikes out there. There are places like that in the water that it's all of a sudden just mud, and you just go.
it. Sink. Speaking
and they're
of
on
which,
these long forks.
you guys are going to see some salt flat footage from the Bonneville Salt Flats in our one of
Final.
our upcoming, our final, I guess, episode. Got some drone shots, got some cool stuff. That was badass. Real quick with the chopper thing. I mean, one of the things those guys are about is they have these old bikes that are so not basic, but they're able to be worked on from the side of the road. So like going back to kind of what you guys have touched on quite a bit is knowing your bike. There was a scene in 21 Days Under the Sky where they got a flat and they were able to change that flat on the side of the road.
Well,
They
you
got some,
need to
you know.
see what he just posted because
Yep.
he blew the tire.
Uh,
They had a hand pump with them and a tube, and they put that thing back together. They beat the hell out of the rim so it was back to, and they were doing some graphic things with the hand pump.
yeah, okay.
Well,
But it was quite funny.
I mean, you can have a problem with like our bikes, and you don't have a computer there to check it out or fix it. Your
hose.
Your tow truck.
Yeah.
So Big Al says, your current format is good, as I have seen, guys. Love the way your travel path is played out. I mean, we're trying to get to a point where we're storytelling. We're less so vlogging and more so just bringing you guys along with the trip, and that's kind of what it's all about.
Well,
Right.
just a comment
I
back
can hear
to
that phone ringing pretty well on the
Oh, yeah,
microphone,
that
I'll
one
tell you
there.
that.
Just a comment back to you, Big Al. You've been with us almost from the start, I believe, and we appreciate the support, as we do of many of you. But just saying, Big Al, you're always very complimentary on the YouTube comments, and that we thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy. Then we got Dallas Face Mullet. Once you go bagger, you never go back.
I agree with that.
Franklin says bagger's the way to go. Well, you know, Frank, we've hung out a couple times. I'd like to say we're friends. My Venmo is at Burn Your Beers. I'm kidding, but I'm thinking the same thing. I know once I get that puppy, I will not want to go back. But in the meantime, I'm loving my rocket ship. Dallas Face Mullet, 2 beers needs 2 more beers. I need 1 more beer. I'll tell
Do
you
you
that.
have another clip? Are you out of clips?
That was it. I can upload
No, you
something
don't have
else.
to. I just
can
didn't
do it
know if
real
you had.
quick.
I like Dallas.
Yeah, Galen's
Yeah,
going to go
he's
get
got
some
the
more
right
beer
idea.
for.
Yeah, that's a pretty
For
good idea.
him,
right there.
Josh.
Do you need one?
I'll take one. I'll take
Okay.
one of
I'm
those
still good.
hoppy deals. Steve says it's crazy how much the video has advanced. 10,000 hours. It's just seat time and messing around, and now it's for better or for worse. Whenever I watch TV, I'm like barely watching the show, and I'm more so paying attention to how they're structuring things and how
Right.
the edit is going on. But it's so, you know. A couple of years ago, I would have never guessed that this was something I'd be into, and I'm stoked at the path
I never
that was
thought I'd be
taken.
doing this.
Yeah.
Like riding around the country and meeting people and documenting it and documenting it.
Document.
It's just a
Who's that
lot
man?
of
I got it.
a whole change of.
Whoa, is that I was
Life.
going to use my knife, but was that David that gave us this?
No, that was Shannon riding with Yogurt.
Shannon.
I just want to give him a shout out because I've been fidgeting with that stupid can opener we have, and
And
I
you have
realized
that.
we have this.
Let's see here. Michael Orsat. Hey boys, good evening. Love to hang out tonight. Got to go coach football. See you next Thursday.
Hey, coach that football, man.
Tell him what's up. Tell him what's up. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate the comments. That's from the one and only Big Al. And Frank says the patch wall is definitely coming together. Really
Yes,
coming
it
together.
is.
Yes.
Sure is.
Hey, what were you saying? Because it sounded like you had some good gab going on there. You didn't believe you'd be riding around the country. What?
Doing this 2-lane life.
What brought that up? What are you saying?
I forget why Josh said something.
I was just saying, like, just with the whole camera thing, people
Yeah.
were commenting on the editing and this and that.
Yeah.
And I just remember going off on a tangent, but I just remember, like, back in the day, and I still do it, when I would make, like, some of my first couple edits, I'd watch them a million times, and I'd change stuff, and then I'd post it, and then, like, for like an hour, I'd just watch it over and over and over and say, you know, what I liked, what I do wrong, what did I wish I would have changed, and then, like I was saying with the TV, now when I watch TV shows, movies, YouTube videos, whatever, I try to pick up on things that will get us to that next level and
So
try
now
it
you
with
know
this
why
stuff.
we can't drop 2 a week.
Yes, I spend too much time trying to do that.
And the layering has gone from, call it 5 layers, music,
to like
the
9 or
video,
10 or
some
more,
overview.
you know.
to like 10 or 11. But, you know, if you look, I don't know if you want to play that Big Springs again real quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
we
got
have.
some other people on now. But to hear the birds
Yeah.
and the engine noise.
I mean, we
So-
have makeup and wardrobe now.
Yeah, so for
I
those
wish.
for those of you that might not have as much experience with some camera stuff, you know, when we're filming with the GoPros, you know, while riding, all you hear is wind noise. So I've recorded and done stuff in studio with my bike, with their bikes, with this and that, to kind of enhance it, make it sound better and sound like it does when you're riding. But also with the drone, drones don't record audio. So when you're hearing the wind howl or the atmospheric
The
noises or the
flag.
trees blowing or the flag or bikes or anything with the drone shots, that is all done in the edit. And it takes a lot of time, but it makes a huge difference. So let's show them that
Well,
one more time.
Which is part.
Hence, that's why we do it, so you feel our experience that
Yes.
we're feeling.
Well, that's part of the.
That's
the
all it's
deal.
about.
I mean, that's when people say they feel like they're riding with us.
Because they really are
because
feeling
you
it.
are, and you're hearing what you hear when you're on your bikes.
Yep. So I don't know how much of us they hear when the snippet is playing, but we'll play it one more time. Big
Yeah.
Springs. This is after we hit the cabin. Galen gave us some history on the area. Anyway, enjoy.
Yeah, because we can't hear a thing.
I can't even hear it, not on here.
Yeah.
But YouTube, the people of YouTube can hear it.
Should be here.
Yes.
Again, that's the channel where the cabin's on. You got this guy. I mean, this is how it is at night there. And first thing in the morning, you get the boats out, and you've got the lake to yourself, and it's glass, and you can just shred that stuff. You were like, I was screaming at you later because you were like a foot off the water there. It looked like you were right in it.
And that was, I just love that, having that pink reflection of the clouds in the sky in the water fading to the fire was just, I was
So here's how it goes. When did you buy your bike? A year ago?
What? My new one?
About
middle
11.
of September.
Okay,
Yep.
so about a year ago, Galen bought a bike. We videoed the build of that bike. Still, you have not seen it. Later, I got my new bike. We videoed the build of that. We videoed going to the Harley dealership, dropping my bike off, getting on the back of Galen's bike backwards, going to the new dealership, getting the bike, building that bike. So we have both of our bikes with these awesome parts, and we're explaining what we're doing and how we're doing it. But that has not been able to get to the screen for you because we have so much other footage that
We'll be putting them in the mix.
Were you just thinking about that?
but that's Christmas, like he said.
Yes.
We'll put that up before Christmas, so you got Christmas
I don't know.
ideas.
I think it's the last. It'll be the last week or the second to last week.
Something like that.
Well, if it was
If I
before,
laid the schedule
Yeah.
out.
well, if it was before, they could get ideas and
I
buy
know, but
stuff
I
for
don't think
Christmas.
you got Maine.
Well,
Before Maine.
so speaking of new bikes, Ty says, Josh, Mulholland Harley won't take your bike on a trade so you can get that Deadwood Green Road King. It's free publicity. Well, they gave me a good offer on my bike, but the difference between what they would give me and what I could sell it for, aka what they
privately.
would sell it for, would be like my down payment on the new bike. I'm kind of straying away. I might not do the Deadwood Green. I might do black and just do a paint job. We'll see. We'll see. I sat on a black special the other day, and it felt so great. It actually felt smaller than my bike because mine's raised with suspension and got a different seat, different frame geometry, but it felt comfy, felt great. So we'll see what happens.
Did
with
it
that.
feel company?
Company, felt company. It's my company bike. Dallas Face Mullet. I'm a new subscriber and obviously really enjoying the content. Thank
Yo.
y'all. Thank
Welcome.
you.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the family, man.
Steve Herod says, you guys are living the dream, man. Great stuff. A whole bunch of us are enjoying it. You guys inspire us. You inspire
Dig
us.
it.
Steve, appreciate
Dig it.
that.
Thank you.
Mike Mitchell, we're bringing you guys a grip of something. What is he talking about? Something.
Huh?
Oh, maybe a grip for a helper. Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Franklin says, so I completed my Sturgis ride yesterday with 5,709 miles. I took the photo of the first and last receipt with the odometer in the background. Hashtag mileage
Why did
token.
you do that?
Nice.
Hashtag
Josh?
mileage token. So we are still figuring this out. We got to have another meeting to figure out how we want to let this play out. But the whole idea behind the chips that we gave out during Sturgis, the Nice to Meet You chips, initially originated from, I don't know which chicken or the egg, which came first, but we wanted to find another way to share your guys' stories and do all that kind of stuff. So now what we're doing is kind of like a 1K in a day iron butt challenge type deal where you kind of have to prove you did the miles. But if you guys are ever going on long trips, if you take a picture in the same picture, your first gas receipt next to your odometer and your last, we'll be kind of offering some tokens of appreciation, if you will, but collectible chips that you have to earn that might have some sort of value in the future. And
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a number of you that ride often. There's a number of you that have told us that you've been inspired to get back out and ride. There's a number of you that may not ride at all. And so we're just trying to get you to travel. So even if you're in a car and you took your odometer and a gas slip, so we'll probably have like a 500 to 750, 1,000 mile, 2,000, 5,000 mile kind of token. And at the end of the day, hopefully, as you travel, you hit us up and we can send you this token, and they become collectibles. And then maybe if you reach a certain mile plateau, call it 5,000 miles, 5% off in the store. If you reach 10,000 miles, maybe 10% off, but give some value back to you. One, get you out and ride, but also two, to give some value back to you and inspire the community that we have around us to go out and ride more.
For sure.
I think it's great. And then, along those same lines, we started, 6 weeks ago, kind of the featured Bike Friday.
Yep.
We had Chili Willie on last Friday, right?
Yep, who we saw in
Sturgis. And tomorrow's Friday again.
It is.
And so, really, send a 30-second, video, preferably in portrait, right?
Yes, portrait mode, which is the upright position.
So that we can show it as a story.
Oh, I played this.
Hold on. But I can still talk. It's got audio in it.
Funny you say that. Ty CVO Glide says that the snippet volume is very loud, and then they can't hear us. So there we go.
So back to the featured bike. So look, 30 seconds, portrait mode on your phone. Have someone take it. You take it. Give us the name of your bike, one of your favorite rides, what you like about riding, just a little mashup of your story. And we'll throw you up on the Instagram every one of your stories every Friday.
Yep.
So we'd love those, and they need to send that to.
I pinned it in the comments. featuredbikefriday@gmail.com. If you guys go to our Instagram page at 2LaneLIVE and go in the story highlights right below the bio, you can watch that. And there's a little more detailed instructions. But yes. The best way to do it is to send it to the email, because we've been getting DMs and stuff and they end up getting lost. So they're all in one place with the email. There we go. Look at that. Those are the story highlights. So if you don't follow us on Instagram,
the shot mashup at some point.
Yes, and JJ0311 says, Josh, you're a magician. The videos are great. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And Franklin, JJ03 is right. You do a great job with the video and photos.
Well, that's really Lance and I editing.
Yeah.
Josh just sits here and...
I'm just a prop looking at weird shit on the internet all day. Tom says, the best times are when I was a teenager, tie on a pup tent and a sleeping bag of my Triumph and take off with 5 or 6 buddies on bikes, camping on a long weekend. You guys are doing it right.
Great memories right there, man.
Tent. I haven't heard that for a while.
Yo,
that's awesome.
I thought it was a typo. I didn't even know what that was.
And don't forget, we got a lot of great white long sleeve shirts for sale available. I think Galen actually lowered the price on them today. So check our website out. The long sleeve shirts, great for summer riding and riding. We got our socks, the 2LaneLIVE socks right there.
Got the short sleeve
I'll tell you what,
badge designs.
If you're not watching on your phone, you get one now. I'll get a notification on the phone and give you a nice shout out. Shannon Nielsen
we have the goods ready.
Says, awesome idea. Got one of the current chips from you at Legends in Sturgis. Husband and I rode our bikes out there from SoCal.
Excellent.
Great
Good job.
You. Thanks for stopping in over there. It was nice meeting you.
And then Busted Nux, see you guys next week, hopefully.
Yes.
Big Al says, hey, Semper Fi Rifleman. They're chatting up in the chat. Ty says, been wrenching on my bike a little, doing some upgrades, but I'm going to send a featured Bike Friday video soon.
Yeah. Well, it's cool to see, and what we've been getting a lot is father and sons riding together, husbands and wives that are riding together, and guys that want to check out journeys and travels. So that is a really cool inspiration for us, knowing that you guys are getting off the couch or making the time to do it. It's almost like, don't save everything in your bucket list for when you're old and can't do it. Do pull them out of the bucket now and do a few things now, while you can.
Well, yeah, travel when you can and while you can. But
right.
I mean, I think you and I kind of had a similar philosophy with the kids, right?
Yeah.
So we had our kids when we were late 20s, early 30s. So by the time you're your age, that you can enjoy the grandkids.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, at your age, you can go enjoy, like we're going to Puerto Vallarta at one point here in the next month or so.
Right.
So, not to say that, but we deserve a little bit of a break. Some of this travel we're doing is not just vacation, it's work.
Yeah.
So,
but sure is fun work.
Sure is fun.
It's great work. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to retire at 54, 55, and I kind of started doing that, and then the next thing I know, we're working harder than probably I've been working in a long time.
But you dig it.
Yeah, I'll tell you one
Totally.
thing. 40 hours used to seem like a lot. Now it would seem like a vacation.
But it's something we enjoy, and at the same time, we're out seeing the world and
Yep.
enjoying the world.
And there's no better way to do
There's
it.
Well,
no stopping. What do you say?
it's-
Won't stop, don't stop?
Don't stop, won't stop, won't stop, don't stop.
There you go.
It's 5:45. How long have we been on here?
Well, in 9.876 seconds, we would have been going for an hour.
Wow.
And yeah,
Doing it up.
while you can. Bingo. That's what Steve says. Do it while you can. When
Do
you
it
can.
while you can. Life is for the living.
Yes.
Live life, it's meant to be lived.
Yes.
That's my quote.
Aha.
Wow. I don't.
It's on my
I feel like
Instagram.
maybe someone said
Huh?
it's an original quote from Galen Anderson. If you've seen it anywhere else, it's a lie.
That's my quote.
My quote.
I made it up.
Whoa. Well,
Well, hey. It's been
Um,
another good Thursday,
it has been.
you know?
And we're sitting at an hour 33, or hour and 33, 36 seconds, yada yada.
All right. Well, one thing that we're going to start planting the seed on right now, though, and we need to do this through the end of the year, but next year in the spring, there's two things that are happening that could be pretty cool. Number one, we're thinking about doing a behind the Sturgis scenes and going out and having some history and interviews with townspeople in both Sturgis and Deadwood, but showing you Sturgis without the rally, because there's a lot that goes on. And at the same time, maybe either on that trip or something similar, Band of Brothers, firefighters, ladies in peril. We don't know exactly.
Ladies in peril.
Maybe they need their house re-roofed,
Yep.
right? But we want to do some helping of some sort. So we'll start organizing this, and then maybe it's some of you that tell us of someone that maybe needs some help. Maybe they need their yard cleaned or something along those lines.
I want to mow someone's lawn.
We'll mow them, whatever it
Boom.
is. But we'll throw those all into a bucket, mash them up, and pull one and see what we end up doing.
So, quick break. A special shout out to Tim Joyner.
Tim Joyner.
He just got himself a highway badge long sleeve shirt in white.
Yeah,
As
buddy.
promised, quick little shout out. Thank you, Tim. I see it's
And
not your first
I
order.
think that's probably
and we
his third or
appreciate it.
fourth order.
It's his
isn't it?
fourth, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it.
Thank you, Tim.
You're a
Oh,
highwayman.
Yeah, buddy. And he's from Morganfield, Kentucky.
Yo.
Badass.
Is that Montucky?
Montucky Cold Snacks.
If you haven't had a Montucky cold snack, you got to try it.
It's the most decent beer you'll
a
ever
pretty
try.
damn good beer. Jace from Fast Life has really introduced us to that. But
Kentucky Rain.
this Stereo Hopic isn't too bad either.
That's a good beer. And last night I went beer tasting with Jen to pick some beers for a new vendor that's going to come to Bike Night. And let me tell you, he brought out a lot of samples.
So
and,
you went beer testing and didn't tell,
Well, I saw it. I thought they were just going to the store to get beer.
But you
That's
didn't
what the
go-
story made it seem like.
you didn't go sit in and
No.
do the tasting.
Where'd you go? Tarantula?
Tarantula Hill Brewing,
Of course you
Thousand
did.
Oaks. I've had some other business ventures with those dudes in the past, and they're all good dudes. My buddy Eric works there, who also rides. He's on a 95 Dyna.
So why aren't we drinking Tarantula in here?
You know what? I'll reach out to them. I'll cruise over.
Like, where did this just come out of the
I know.
blue? We've been trying.
I've just been hiding this from you. I wonder, they might ship. I'm not sure. They're more of a craft, you know.
That's fine. We'll go
But,
pick
hey,
it
we'll
up.
check for
You've
us.
got
It's
a
great.
truck.
It is great. I do have a
Cases.
truck. Donovan says 2022 2LaneLIVE camp out in Kernville. That could be dope.
Yes.
Oh, that might be interesting.
You know, we all meet up, have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a
have to-
little ride up to the Grove of the 100 Giants.
Yeah, I'll get, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 more camera guys to make sure everyone's on camera. And, you know, it's all good.
You give it. You know how you go to a wedding and they have those Instamatic
Yeah.
cameras sitting on everyone's table.
Just give
Yeah.
We
everyone
just have a
GoPro.
bucket full of GoPros and
See what we get.
yeah.
Yep.
What else you got? And then we'll probably
that's-
send this show down the
That
road.
was the last of the last.
So awesome. Glad you guys spent Thursday afternoon with us. We had fun. Hope you had fun as well. Don't forget to subscribe to our website Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The drop we had yesterday, go see it because the next one's going to be really awesome, and they go together because they're a series. So check that out. Tell your friends.
Yeah, it was nice to hear Dallas is a new subscriber. So for those of you that are new, thank you for joining our family. For those of you that have been with us, we really appreciate you in the comments. We take the inspiration from all of you. So ring that bell, give us a thumbs up, and make a comment. Mash that bell.
Yes, sir.
And with that kind of stuff, we will be able to
see
you down the road.
Yes, sir. And second to last but not least, don't forget to hit us all on Instagram so you can stay up to date on video drops, live travel, lifestyle, all that stuff.
At Xerox 57, at Big Lance C, at 2Lane J, and most importantly, at 2LaneLIVE.
Yes, and then we got the very last. Big Al says, great watching you guys tonight. Good people tuned in. Keep the faith. Josh, you're doing a good job, and the travel you folks do is very good.
Grand Canyon next week, North Rim.
And on that note,
you'll see that in 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Hit them with that one more time.
We'll see you down the road.
All right.